if it's okay with you, can we start with the very strong Black Lives Matter video that all the Bournemouth players have shared? Is it true that that was your idea and you saw it through?
Who told you that?
My sources.
Who's your source?
Are you being given credit you shouldn't have been given?
No, that was. I don't like to take credit. I honestly don't think you should help people or try and help people and then hold up your hand and say, I helped them. I hate that kind of stuff, really. But yeah, I initiated it and I wrote it down and I took the initiative to do something. I just felt like we've done a lot for the NHS and went under the pandemic, but I didn't really see much or hear much about Black Lives Matter until 5 days ago from the Premier League. And I just felt us as a club, we have loads of black players as well. And even though we're not the biggest club with the biggest fan base, our voice will be heard. And if it reaches 10 people or 20 people or 1,000 people, at least it reaches some people. And at least we show that we're against it, all racism. And I just felt like we should have said something as a team, as individuals as well, and as a club, and something I felt powerful for. And I'm glad we did it. But of course, I knew it wouldn't get the attention that, for example, if United or City did it. But at least we've done it for the people who follow us, and it showed a good team spirit that we're all in this together against racism.
Well, I hope it does get a very big audience, because I genuinely think it's a really powerful, very well written message, brilliantly produced as well. I mean, look, I'm speaking obviously as a white heterosexual man, never had any sort of significant prejudice against me of any kind. But there were two bits that particularly resonated with me. There was a bit where I've been silent for too long, and I understand I will never understand, but I stand with you. I thought
that's the most powerful two sentences in the whole thing.
So where did they come from? Did that all come in one sitting, or?
No, I've read a lot. Obviously, I've been back here for 3 weeks now, and all you do after training is go home. The sun was blasting the first 2 weeks I was home, and I enjoyed the beach and had a little walk on the beach, but the weather's been bad the last 10 days. So you sit home and you read a lot, get newspapers, Instagram, Twitter. I don't have Twitter, but you still read it sometimes. And I just, one of my Norwegian friends, he's white, and he put up on Instagram some of that, and when I read it, I actually felt like he's standing beside me, as in against racism, and he's white. And I played with him for national team a few times, and he's a top lad, nice guy, good football player. And when I then spoke to the lads and said, listen, lads, I'm a bit disappointed that no one's really touched upon this Black Lives Matter. I've not heard anything. We've been back a week. I think we should do something. And then the ball started rolling and everyone was engaged. And it was like, how are we going to do it? Are we going to take a picture? And I think it was, I can't remember who said it, but we then said, I think a picture is a message, but I think a video would be more powerful. And Adam Smith sent me a video of NFL players doing similar thing on their phones, and like a clipped video with music in the background. And I just clocked I just remembered the I've been silent for too long speech that I've read that my teammate had on his put up on his Instagram, and I thought it should start with that. And then I just wrote like powerful things that I've seen over Instagram in the past since George Floyd sadly died, and I just put it together, and I just felt like this will be a good message from us as a club, and I think we did our part, and we supported and helped the NHS with donations, with shirts, with everything. And that is still a problem, the COVID-19, but we can't forget what's happened here as well. And if you say help 2 people, if I can help 5 people, then I'll help 5. But I think it got through well, and the team helped me a lot with the video, the camera, even the music with Tupac Changes song, which is a powerful song. That in the background. So no, I was happy that us as a team could do something together, which hasn't got anything to do with sport, but actually send the message that we're all together against racism.
Yeah, good on you. Who's the Norwegian teammate? Do you mind telling us that?
Jo Inge Berge. Joe Inge Berge. He used to play for Cardiff. He played there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just finally on this subject, it feels to me like, and maybe it's naive that I'm just hoping and optimistic, that this is actually potentially a very significant moment, that in 10 years' time, maybe we'll look back at this and think, seeing all the demonstrations around the world and how seemingly very different people have come together to say, look, this has to stop. It feels like this might be a big moment. From your point of view, do you see it the same? How do you see this moment?
Nothing would make me happier than you being right now, to be honest. Nothing. Do I hope? Yeah. Do I believe racism will be gone in 10 years? No. I sadly think it still be here. Will it improve? Will it be less? Will people still treat people the same way, no matter if they're black, white, yellow? I don't know, but I really hope racism slowly would fade away. One thing I am very proud of, and something that this generation do not mess about. We got a voice, and we will stand up against racism, where the older generations didn't have the what can you say, I wouldn't say courage, but they didn't have that fight to stand up. They were scared, and they didn't have. But if you see the marches in every single country, even Norway, in America, in London, it's powerful. And to be honest with you, the most aggressive people I've seen, as in shouting and in videos on Instagram, has been white. And they've really gone together and fought with us, the black people. But it's not white against black. It's black against racism. That's what it is. And that makes me put a smile on my face when I see a white man holding up justice for all and marching in the city with other black men and showing that racism is his own. Don't compare white and racist. Racist against white and black.